Hello to everyone. This is Joanna. Today I'm going to share with you my review for the Marc Jacobs Decadence perfume. As you know, I purchased this perfume a little after the holidays. I also stated that I had a sample and I have been wearing it. I also want to clear up just in case there are questions again because I always get this. My videos are done from my phone, my cell phone, which is propped on my table and it sits on a stand. But I cannot prop the stand up on anything in case it falls off because I'm in an apartment. Any jarring could cause my phone to fall. I want to clear up I am not in hiding as some people think. Those that know me know that I do my videos this way. They are tabletop version. And I'm usually showing what it is that I'm talking about. There are plenty of videos where people are showing hand shots when they do nail polish. And I can't do my camera from the back side, which that side is clear because of how things are set up. But I always make sure to keep what I'm showing you here. So I'm going to take the cover off of this and then I'm going to share with you the intro to this fragrance, give you a little bit of information about it, share with you the notes, when it debuted, and all of that. So this right here is the Marc Jacobs bottle, and I believe what I have is the 1.7 size. I'm going to look over here for a little bit to see. As you see, it comes with a cream. This right here says that it is valued at $125 and I'm saving $21. It comes with a cream. This is $104 for this set right here. Y'all know when I talked about this, I stated that they only had two, and to my knowledge, they probably only put two at a time out. This fragrance debuted in 2015. This is, again, Marc Jacobs Decadence. This is considered his first mature fragrance for sexy sophistication and rich elegance. Now, it was created in collaboration with Anne Byzantine. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right. And she also works with Anne Gottlieb. So I'm not sure if I'm saying their names right, but they are perfumers, and Marc Jacobs collaborated with one that worked with the other. And I'm going to probably say that this is a pretty bottle because as you can see, it's got the gold chain, it's got the tassel. This particular one right here, when you get it by itself, it comes in that velvet type box, much like the Victoria's Secret that I mentioned. And also the, I believe 3.4 size and this size come with the tassel and the chain. It has the python print right here, and it is connected with magnets as far as that goes. And I'm going to take this out so that you can see it. So what I'm going to do is take these items out and talk a little bit more about them. Okay, so as you can see, this particular set comes with this body cream. And this body cream is 2.5 fluid ounces. And this I haven't used at all. It's called Lavish Body Lotion, so it is very runny. But we're going to speak of the perfume, which I have tried. And again, I'm going to share some more information. As you can see, this looks like this right here. Okay, and I'm going to say that again, and this is something that I'm going to read. Marc Jacobs Decadence is a sensual, luxurious, woody fragrance. It embodies the spirit of irreverent glamour. It is an invitation to indulge. It is said to elevate the spirit of Marc Jacobs fragrances to a new level of luxury. Now, for myself, I just know that it smells nice. But we're going to talk about the design here for just a minute. As you can see, this is shaped like a purse. What this is supposed to be is an inspiration from the Marc Jacobs handbag. Is considered an ultimate statement maker. And again, it is a nod to the fashion aesthetic of Marc Jacobs. And the bottle, again, is inspired by the classic Marc Jacobs handbags. The cap, again, features the gold chain, the python print, and the tassel. And the tassel, this whole thing right here is found on the 1.7 and the 3.4 bottles. And a magnet secures the cap to the perfume, and it can be carried like this. Needless to say, I won't be doing that. So you take this off, okay? This is what the cap looks like right here, solid. And this is the spray. And I'm going to spray some on while we're talking. I like to do that when I'm here with you guys so that I can smell it as we're talking. And you'll see me take that one little spritz like that. And this is the bottle. And this does, guys, it smells very luxurious. It smells like it melds with my skin. And I'm going to be trying this fully on a night that I don't work because I do spray the perfume when I'm here off at home. So I could give you an authentic review from myself as someone trying this. And as you know, I also have other Marc Jacobs fragrances. And I was trying to see if there was something else I could tell you about this. Yes, this is a 1.7 size. And I do believe, if I did not say, this bottle by itself is probably about $99. Now, if you have a Macys charge card, sometimes Dillard's too, but I know mainly Macys, when you first use that card, you get a certain percentage off. And a lot of people will use that percentage where their perfumes are concerned and where certain face creams are concerned. For example, the Lancome Re-Energy. And I have a little bit more information here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to discuss the notes of this fragrance, and then I'll get into my thoughts on it. So there are 3 layers of fragrance notes. There is the top, the heart, and the dry down. The top notes are considered sultry. They open with Italian plum and iris flower. And it says that it's glamorous and an edge of saffron. So it contains basically Italian plum, iris flower, and saffron. And then the heart, which is considered luxurious blooms with Bulgarian rose, jasmine, and sambac. I do not know what that is. And again, orris, which I believe might be iris, to create an opulent extravagance. And then lastly, the dry down, considered sumptuous sensuality, glows with liquid amber, vetiver, papyrus woods, and for lavishness that lingers on. So those are supposed to be the notes. And again, like I said, this just smells really, really good to me. Now, you heard me say when I showed this that I would wear this kind of perfume in the winter time, possibly the late fall stage. And then I learned when I looked up things about it online, that is what it was intended for, late fall and winter. And I say that because you can wear whatever scent you want all year round. But sometimes I don't know if you would notice if maybe you preferred a certain scent at a different time. For example, what was that vanilla fragrance I used by Bath and Body Works that came out? The one that was blue, that came out with autumn blooms. I had that on one summer and I felt like it was too heavy of a vanilla, which normally I don't feel that way because I love vanilla, but I loved it in the fall. Same thing with Cactus Blossom. Y'all know that I didn't haul anything from that except for the soap and a hand cream. I got no body care. I said I didn't care for it. Or what was the other one? The desert flower or something like that. And I ended up spraying both of them in cooler weather. They had a clarity in the scent and I liked them both. But this right here, I'm going to tell you something about me and perfume. I don't just pick up perfume on a whim. And I never ever buy a perfume just because somebody recommends it. Now, I will go check it out. But because perfume, guys, is so expensive. I mean, some of the costlier perfumes are like $300 and something an ounce. I think at one time, Joy was considered the most expensive perfume in the world. And then it was like $400 an ounce. And there are perfumes today that surpass that. But even if it's $25, you know what I mean? You want a fragrance that you're going to wear because most people don't let this kind of stuff sit. Some people go through perfumes, they use them. Some people go ahead and they keep them for a special occasion. Some people say they keep them in the refrigerator, they keep them out of light or what have you. But I spend sometimes a couple of months spraying a perfume. Once a perfume has my interest, I think the only one that I made mention that I bought right away was that Marc Jacobs Days. Even with the honey that I love, the Gucci Premier, my Tressar that I bought back in like, what was that, 1992. I spend a couple of months going into a store spraying the tester. And that's what I like about the department stores. I don't like perfumes that are packaged up where you can't smell them. You don't know what they are unless you know somebody with them. So take that time when you're interested in a perfume, go into a department store and spray it on yourself and walk around with it. You can spray it every single day that you go in that department store, because sometimes you'll like something. Like there was one Tom Ford perfume that I liked, something Soleil. I thought that I liked it until I sprayed it. After an hour, guys, I wanted to wash that off. But it lasted all day. Go figure. But as far as this Marc Jacobs, I feel like it blends in with my skin. I can smell the sensuality. This, again, is a perfume that I would not wear to work. And the reason I would not wear this perfume to work is because y'all know that I work in the medical field. This is completely inappropriate for that, in my opinion. Even if I worked in an office, I feel like this is your special occasion, your luxurious, make you feel just exquisite perfume. This is nothing you want to wear to work. You want to wear this when you go out of town. You want to wear this with your beautiful night out dress, your ball gown, those nice suits that you wear when you go out. This really does smell good and luxurious. And even though I sprayed that little bit on me right here, right now, I can smell it. I feel luxuriated. I don't feel like it's too much because I'm here at home. But I really do like this, and I want to share this with you again, the shape of the bottle. And I do know the one that is the 3.4 size, I believe the bottle is a lighter color and the cap might be different. Now, I haven't researched enough to know if there are different versions of Decadence, because I don't know if there was a lighter one that I saw, but I did notice that the bottle was different, and I made sure to tell them that I wanted this one, which is why I went back that day to Macys. Also, as you know, the Also Fresh line has a lot of fragrances to it. My Twinkle was a version. The Daisy Also Fresh is a very nice basic Marc Jacobs scent. That one I would wear to work. Well, I would wear it to work if I worked in an office. If I'm going to be out on the floor, you know what I mean, with the medicines and with patient care, I wouldn't wear it for that. Just because it is a perfume. When it comes to things that I'm going to be wearing out on the floor, I like things that are fresh. You guys have heard that from me. But I think this is a lovely, luxurious fragrance. It has the perfect name, Decadence. Now, when I first smelled this, guys, I didn't like it. I smelled the sample. I said, oh my God. But what happened was I had actually sprayed too much. The sprayer they had came out in a stream, which is not supposed to spray that way. But I think this is gorgeous. And like I said, a lot of people keep this bottle afterwards. I've already got friends telling me they want this bottle when I'm done with the perfume, and I probably won't be done with it. As you can see, the bottle is full. I have sprayed, I think I sprayed this, I'm off 4 days a week, and for the first couple of weeks I sprayed this all 4 days that I was off. Now here's another little tip that I want to share in case I don't mention it, and please leave me any questions that you have in case I didn't mention something that you want to know. I tried to cover when it was out, the cost, and that type of thing, but I do want to say this. Oftentimes people will ask, what do you wear when you do a perfume? And sometimes people want to know what other scents mix. Now, I don't really mix my perfume with things. Now, I may mix my lotions and things, but I don't really mix my perfumes. Here's what I do. You heard me say that I always keep an unscented body wash and an unscented lotion. That's a staple. For all the frou-frou stuff that I have my regular body washes, and I have my unscented that I always keep. Curel makes an unscented lotion. Dove makes an unscented body wash. Olay makes one, but you have to order it now. I always keep that. I also always keep an unfragranced oil. And so, for example, I would use my unscented body wash, and I would use my unscented lotion, and then I would put this on top if I was going to wear this. And then later in the day, I would mist this area and my wrist with this perfume. I feel like when you use an unscented oil with your fragrances, it brings out a richer tone, because pure perfumes have oil in them. And I discovered that when I had that Tressar sample. Tressar came out in 1992 and they were giving out samples, and I noticed when I put it on my wrist it was oily, which I didn't know until I started buying perfumes when I got to be more adult, you know how they came. So another thing that you can do with the oil is I will also take, and like say the lotion that you put in your hand, your unscented lotion, I put a couple of drops of that oil, rub my hands together, and apply my lotion wherever I'm going to put it. But I'll mainly concentrate it here where I'm going to spray my perfume, and in the crook of your elbow, your wrist, and what have you. I just find that using an unfragranced oil makes a perfume smell richer, and it makes it last longer, which is probably why there's oils in perfume. I don't know. I just know that this smells really, really nice. I didn't pay attention to it at first. I'm glad I paid attention to it later. And if you can, just spray this in the store and see what you think about it. I always recommend that. And again, that is the one thing I love about department store type fragrances. You get the option to try them out. If you go to Sephora and they have this or any other perfume you like, they will give you a sample. That way you know what I mean? You don't make the mistake. If it's going to turn on your skin and you end up not liking it, you're going to know before you ever put your money on it. And also, before you buy a perfume from someplace, ask what their return policy is. Because, for example, at Macys, you can return it in 30 days. But as you heard me mention with the Marc Jacobs Days, you have to open up just the top of the container. Some places will not take a perfume back if the entire overwrap is off. So always ask that question if you are unable to test a perfume because they don't have a tester or because the tester is empty. Always ask what is their return policy in case you don't like it, because you don't want to be stuck with a fragrance that you don't like. And I always buy the smallest bottle of whatever fragrance. I never buy the largest bottle just because I usually change when it comes to fragrance. So that's why I will buy the 1.0 or the 1.7 size. However, there are people that use one perfume only. They get the biggest size. They go through it within a few months because that's all that they wear. A lot of people have a signature scent. So I believe that's all that I wanted to say about this, and I hope that I have answered all of your questions. And again, if you're thinking about this, I'd say go ahead and get it, because when you're done with the bottle, you have decoration that you can use at your makeup table, vanity table, what have you. And that was it. So until the next time, everyone have a great day. I do have a fragrance by Elizabeth Arden that I am considering a springtime, summertime, everyday scent that I would wear to work. I will come back later to talk about that one. I hauled it a while ago. But until the next time, everyone have a wonderful day.